These young boys do not care about
whoa.
You don't have to care about the justice system. You don't have to care about water, food, electricity. They're saying, yeah.
Tell me this is not Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
That's a crazy way of putting it. This is exactly what Andrew Tate would say.
They're not wired to operate in that way.
Ready to cut back on another episode. So yo, I got a very important video for you today, bro. This is a very important discussion. I even had to put on a suit for this. So listen, we might have a mini Andrew Tate in South Africa. And that's what we're about to react to right now, bro. Let's see what she actually said. It's kind of wild.
A few weeks ago, a conversation on social media was sparked about the boy child being left behind. And I don't really know where that conversation started, but I was very interested in it, and I think there's a lot of people that gave interest.
So what she just told us right now is that she doesn't know how the conversation started. She doesn't know the background. She doesn't really know everything, but she wants to give her 2 cents about it. Let's listen though.
Interesting perspectives. Basically, the conversation was about how the boy child is not doing well in the education system. They are not doing well in class. They are not graduating. They are not going to school. They are not getting the jobs. The girlies, no matter what age group.
Hold on, son. Hold on, dude. I know we're wearing a suit. We gotta be formal. We gotta put on that watch. You're filming. Hold on, boy. Hold on. Now we can actually listen to her about what she gotta say. Let's listen to her, bro. Just because I bought the ship myself, I have to listen to it. So let's see.
They're in are thriving in both education and the working industry. As usual, I like to go back to the very beginning, or at least go back to the past, just so that I can have an understanding of what was happening at that time and how that could have contributed to where we are today. Or if there's anything that we have changed in society or have not valued that happened.
Hold on, then.
To where we are today, or if there's anything that we have changed in society or have not valued that happened in the past that has led to us being at this point. But also in general, I just love the past because it helps us understand the present. From the very beginning, ever since humanity and civilization started, patriarchy was always leading.
Hey, wait a minute. Once he starts using them big words, bro, hold on, relax though, calm down, bro. Calm down with them big words. Petri what? Hold on, man.
Beginning, ever since humanity and civilization started, patriarchy understand the present. From the very beginning, ever since humanity and civilization started, patriarchy was always leading. Patriarchy was the foundation of our society. What is patriarchy?
I want to know patriarchy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Patriarchy is male dominance. Patriarchy is men leading society. Men were leading families, communities, countries, and they were building civilization. So because of that, men were a very, very important gender in our society. And as a result, young boys were prioritized. Young boys were the ones raised to do it.
I somewhat think men are still leading. Like, not that men are better, but they're still leading. Women love to be submissive these days, but not all women are submissive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
To do everything. Society was constantly pouring onto young boys so that they can build civilization, so that they can go out, fight for the country, lead the world,
Fight for the country in 2026. Hold on, dude. I'm not gonna be fighting no robots. I'm good, dude. I can't be fighting AI like this. In Big 26, I can't be doing that, dog. I can't die. That thing is gonna get repaired. They're gonna repair that thing. My body will not get repaired. I'm gonna die. Talking about military shit. Nah, boy.
Families. So that's why they were getting the education, they were getting the respect, they were getting the affirmation, they were getting the societal attention. And what were the girls doing? They were at home helping out, cooking, cleaning, waiting for a man to come and marry them one day so that they can go and start a family. Women were not necessary for the progression of the world and for the progression of civilization and society. They were just necessary for populating the world and making sure that new leaders, new young men that can lead, provide, protect are born. Another thing that I found interesting is that a lot of the times...
Why does she make it sound like women were being used back then? Talking about, nah, we just want to impregnate you and that's all. And just do my dishes, that's all, bruh. What is she talking about, bruh?
When I listen to these older men speak, whether he's speaking at a conference or he's a pastor, they always have a military background. Because at that time, every 18-year-old boy was shipped into the military. You had to go and fight for your country. It was a necessity. No boy child had a choice. Every family understood that it was expected of them. When it comes to the military, we have an idea of how it was like there because they tell us all the time that it was very rough. It was a rough environment. Only the toughest survived, and when you come out, you don't come out the same. You don't come out weak. You are very strong mentally, emotionally. There was no comfort there. It was just violence, harsh environment, and tough love. No time to nurse emotions and affirmations. You had to be tough.
I'm a bit worried where she's getting all this information, man. As a girl, I'm a bit worried where she's getting it. She's supposed to have interviewed like a military man or some shit. Because if you got it from the books, I could write a book myself. I don't trust that shit. I personally don't trust it, chat. What are you guys saying?
To be strong. Whether you're going to end up being a doctor or a lawyer or a musician, every man had to go down the same path. Every man had to go to the military first for those 2 years, serve their duty to their country, and then they can go on with their lives. So when they came out completely different people. They came out as men that could persevere in tough times, men that could endure, men that could lead, men that understood what they wanted and what they needed to do, men that are focused, men that have self-control, men that are not driven by pleasure. They are not constantly seeking pleasure.
I feel like she's describing this generation right now. Y'all better listen carefully, bro.
Men that could lead, men that understood what they wanted and what they needed.
This is what she thinks are false in this generation. I'ma just break it down.
To do. Men that are focused, men that have self-control, men that are not driven by pleasure. They are not constantly seeking pleasure and comfort because they know how to live without it. They know how to discipline their bodies. They've been deprived of it. That's why a lot of the older men are very tough and they're very headstrong and they're
That's why a lot of the older men are very tough and are very headstrong. Have you seen that guy down the street? Talking about the older men are very tough. Have you seen that boy?
leaders. That's why society has managed to get this far, because those were the men that were leading society. Those were the men that were building the infrastructures, contributing to education, what children should learn, what should be happening in families, the justice system. Now fast forward to the 1950s up to now, 2026, and things are completely different. With contributing factors like feminism, patriarchy is holding on by a thread. It's almost non-existent. So if we're no longer living in patriarchy and we're now living in a matriarchy, it means that young boys are no longer prioritized. It means that the young girl now is the one that is prioritized.
Whoa. So roles are changing. Hold on now. It's their turn. No, okay.
The young girl is the one that is invested in. The young girl is the one that is affirmed and respected. So the same way young girls and women...
What is she talking about though? Like the young girls want money from us. What is she talking about that we don't matter? What do you mean? She doesn't know what she's talking about, bro. The man will always provide, and that's the thing. I'm telling you right now, there's some girls that don't want to be provided for, but many like to be provided for, dog. Stop playing with me. What?
We're sort of pushed to the side.
I don't think she knows what she's talking about, chat.
Day when patriarchy was thriving, it's the same way now young boys are pushed to the side because matriarchy is thriving now. The young women are the ones that are pushed in the forefront. They are the ones that are affirmed that you can do this, you are a boss babe, there's nothing you can't do. Go on and take over the world. And nobody really cares what the boy child is thinking. Nobody really cares if the boy child is surviving. Nobody cares to cater to the needs of the boy child. Nobody cares to understand what is necessary for the boy child to thrive in society. It's sort of like, if you're not going to jump on this train, if you're not going to get on what is being done now, then that is your problem. You're going to be left behind. Okay. So if you want to thrive in the society, then you must align with feminine values. You must...
I love my D word, bro. I got big D energy talking about feminine values. I put my D like this. I put it out like this. I'm talking about, hey, I need to align with feminine values. My boy, I got that big D energy. I been putting that shit down.
You must align with this feminine way of living.
Talking about feminine ways of living.
With matriarchy, I don't fully believe that the boy child was made to read books, study, pass, sit in an office in front of a computer and die. Society has changed in such a way that it doesn't need the boy child to be tough. Doesn't need the boy child to go through tough, rough, harsh environments.
She capping, Trent. She doesn't know what she's talking about, bro. You could be like, okay, rough environments and all that, but you're gonna go through toughness either way in life. Everybody goes through toughness. Can't tell me there's someone who doesn't go through tough shit, dog. Everybody goes through toughness. Tell you right now.
Up. Because what are you doing it for? There's no longer war. You no longer have to build buildings. A lot of buildings are built now. You no longer have to go into the field and plant food. You no longer have to slaughter cows. You just go to the shop and you buy it. You no longer have to be in the wilderness chasing wild animals, protecting sheep and goats. You know.
Yeah, we're too busy chasing girls now. It's Big 26. It's Big 26. We're no longer chasing the wilderness anymore. We're chasing girls. I'm just trolling, y'all. Listen to me. I'm just trolling.
You no longer have to build anything with your own hands. You no longer have to be in environments with other boys and fight and prove that you're strong and be territorial and try to dominate.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? I can prove it wrong right now. Men still fight. The fuck? Men still fight. Look at this. She doesn't know what she's talking about, bro. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I can prove it wrong right now, twin.
I have to be in those spaces because society doesn't have a need for that anymore. We don't have environments where young boys can experience those things, and that's why they're weak.
I'll crash out right now. What do you mean we're weak? What do you mean we're weak? What do you mean we're weak? What? I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna really try my best not to crash out, but like, what is she talking about, bro? We're weak. Huh?
I saw a quote a while ago, and I'm just gonna paraphrase, but it was basically saying that tough times create strong men, and weak men create tough times. Without tough times, men are never gonna have a place in society. They're never gonna have an opportunity to dominate. And if they're not
okay, cool, okay. Let's let her talk. Chat.
Dominating, they're going to be very discouraged, and it's going to make them even more weak because you can't expect men to be competing with women. You can't expect men to be competing with women for degrees and jobs at an office where women have long nails and they are pressing computers in a fancy office. You can't expect that. Women and men were never supposed to be competing for the same position. They were never supposed to be competing for the same place in society, for the same respect. They were never supposed to be competing for the same spotlight. It doesn't work that way. And a lot of the people...
You know, before I even say anything, I'm trying to hear out her point, guys. High key. Let's listen carefully to where she's going with this.
Who were making commentary on this topic were saying that young boys are not trying to adapt. Why are they not adapting? Times have changed. This is what we're doing now. They need to adapt. They can't, because this is not what helps them grow.
Hey boy, are you trying to say what helps us grow is jumping around in the wilderness like monkeys? Hold on. Is that what you're trying to say? Hold on, bro. There may be a little bit R-word, you know what I'm saying? But like, what do you mean, bro? We need to grow from such shit. What you mean, bro?
Whatever is working for young women to grow and to be better and to thrive in society is not the same thing that works for young boys. So it's not necessarily that they don't want to. It's just that they're not wired to operate in that way. We're not speaking their language. We don't have spaces and environments that are built for them and the way that they are wired to thrive. So yes, adaptation is a thing. They need to adapt. All of us need to adapt because times are changing. We can't keep holding on to the past. But...
You know, the fact that I'm listening to her, right? She's saying young men should actually go outside, fight wars and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, times are changing. That is not no longer necessary, right? So she's kind of contradicting herself. That's what I'm listening to right now. She's kind of contradicting herself. What do you mean that we need that, but times are changing? That's no longer relevant anymore. We don't need to do that to get by. High key, she is contradicting herself. Even I'm using big words now.
Young boys are not different. The times are different, but young girls are not different. That's why we have young girls that are working in corporate offices, earning money, more money than men could ever imagine. But they're
what are you talking about, dude? Earning money that man could never imagine, bro. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking everybody can make money these days, bro. That's the beauty of the world we live in today. And now she wants to make us fight, being like, no, I have to be superior over the other. Literally, bro. This is Andrew Tate tactics right here, bro. She's using psychology. She wants you to feel some type of anger right now. Damn.
Happy. They're still chasing marriage. They're still chasing wanting to have children. They're not satisfied with those positions because those positions are not necessarily made for them. Those are not places where women actually thrive. So we can change the times all we want, and we can tell people...
Where do women thrive? In the kitchen? I'm just asking. She's asking a lot of us. I'm just asking back, chat. I'm asking.
To adapt all we want. We can tell them it's the new thing now. We are progressing in society. Leave the past. It's fine. But it doesn't change who they are. It doesn't change how they are wired. They are still wired the same way as the first women that ever lived here on earth.
Who?
It's even worse now that we're...
You see, this is the BS I've been talking about. Where were you when that first woman was on earth? Where were you, twin? I hate this BS, dog. And now she wants to feed us facts that she doesn't know that's real or not. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Living in a digital age, so Men do not even have to be.
Now she's cancelled. I can't lie. I'm cancelling her in my books. I cannot take advice from this person. What do you mean? First person that lived on earth. Were you there to make sure that she was the first person that lived on earth? That's kind of crazy, man. If you ask me, that's crazy.
Fraction of what manhood has to be. Now you just need to learn how to talk. You need to learn how to make a video and discuss whatever you want to discuss. These young boys do not care.
Whoa. What are you leading at right now? Hold on. What is she leading at? I think she's shooting shots at me talking to you guys right now. What is she talking about?
Anything other than making videos on social media. They all aspire to be YouTubers, streamers. They all aspire to be famous because they...
That's where the money's at, though. That's where the money's at. Let's be honest. That's where the money's at, though. Like, okay, fine. We love that shit, right? We enjoy it. Anybody can do it because it's their passion. You can literally change your passion into something that's monetized. So that's where the money is. And she has a problem with that, bro. That's what I'm hearing right now. Let me know what you think. But that's what I'm hearing right now, twin.
You don't have to aspire to build buildings, lead the world.
Build buildings for what? Tell AI to build a building. That's simple. Type that prompt in and tell it to build that building. It's shy. That thing is built faster than a man could. So why should we struggle competing with AI? Why? We gotta use AI to our benefit. No, not against AI. We're gonna lose. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna lose.
Because the world has taught them that it's not necessary anymore. You don't have to care about the justice system. You don't have to care about water, food, electricity. You can just go and buy it. You don't have to care about contributing to real life society, what makes the world what it is. You don't have to care about real life problems. All you need to do is think about what you want to say on social media. All you need to think about is fame.
Funny how she's on social media saying this though. She's talking about how men should be on socials, but she needs to be on socials.
And how many...
She's trying to secure the bag for herself. I'm telling you right now, she's eliminating competition, chat. She's eliminating that competition. That's what's happening right now. She's eliminating competition.
Many followers you have and how you can get...
Regardless of that, she's contradicting herself as a way of generating that attention.
Followers.
No.
And have...
Contrasting herself as a way of generating that attention. Yeah, I said it properly now.
A fancy life. The young boys that I know personally, they are not checking for school. They are not checking for a job. They are not checking for a career. They want to be managers.
Where would that job be after 2030? Where would that school be after 2030? I'm telling you right now, you're saying Mrs. Robot. That's your teacher for 2030. You'll probably be learning off your iPad or some shit, because I doubt there'll even be good schools then, though. What are they going to be teaching? Even the school system is behind with this AI shit. What are they going to be teaching, twin? I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. This is my personal opinion, y'all. I don't want to I don't want to step on anybody's foot, but this is my personal opinion, twin.
Managers of artists, not managers of corporate buildings.
Cooperate to what? Type a prompt. Type a goddamn prompt. You see, I'm tripping. I know, bro. I'm actually angry. Not hella angry. I'm not gonna get rage baited by her. But like, listen. Type a prompt. Tell AI. AI will done that thing faster than you could. Manage their corporate business better than you could. So why should we stress? We should literally work with AI, not against AI. I'll say it again.
Or in the government.
No, cool,
they want to be managers of artists. They want to organize parties. Yeah, let's organize this and sell tickets.
That's entrepreneurship. I can't cap. Hold on, twin. That's entrepreneurship. Talking about men should organize parties and sell tickets. That's entrepreneurship again. At the end of the day, a woman will want that man. Doesn't matter whether you made it from parties, you made it from what. A woman will want that money. She's her right now. She's gonna say, hey, baby, I need money. I need money.
They want to do merch. Printing out t-shirts. That's what they want to do. They want to be YouTubers. They want to prank girls on social media, prank each other, because they want the easy life. They want everything to be easy.
Okay, that's a crazy way of putting it. That's exactly what Andrew Tate would say. I cannot lie. She would literally say the same. Andrew Tate would literally say the same shit, dog. Listen to this carefully.
They want to be YouTubers. They want to prank girls on social media, prank each other, because they want the easy life. They want everything to be easy. They don't want tough things anymore. They don't care.
So you're telling me growing on social media is easy? Why are you still on 20k followers? I can't lie, bro. You've been there for a minute. I cannot care, bro. It's not that I follow her, but I actually checked her background before doing this. But that's crazy, twin. She's talking about that as if it's easy to grow on social media. You gotta know what you're doing. That isn't easy. God damn. Talk about an easy life. You need to plan and execute
here. Challenge them physically.
I'm not even gonna get into that, bro.
They don't care about that. The young girls that I know, they are going to school.
And the tough things are being taken care of. That's another thing, chat. Like this thing of building a building, there is going to be a robot building that building. Why do you have to worry about that? You get a degree. You work 4 years. When you're done in 4 years, that robot is already operating that job. You're done. You cooked. I'm going to tell you right now, you cooked, dog.
The young girls that I know, they are going to school. They are checking for jobs. They want to further their studies. They want to have their own things. The young boys that I know,
don't worry. And the men that are busy studying their clothing brands and whatever, they will employ those girls. They will help them find a job when the AI kicks in.
And already he's on social media saying,
and I don't mean that in any bad way. I'm telling you right now, we are going to create the opportunities because we see the vision. We see the future and how the future is going to be like, and we're aligning to that shit. I'm telling you right now, boo.
Social media saying, yeah, if she does this, she's for the streets. That's what he wants to do with his life. He wants to talk about what...
help a brother out, dude. Help a brother out. If your brother is not seeing that this girl is for the streets, tell him. Tell him that he's for the streets.
Women are doing and who's for the streets. And
no, that's crazy. The way she put it is kind of crazy. She's rage baiting is crazy, dog.
I know one just finished.
Listen to this.
Already he's on social media saying, yeah.
Tell me this is not Andrew Tate.
Yeah, if she does this, she's for the streets. That's what he wants to do with his life. He wants to talk about what women are doing and who's for the streets and she's not loyal. And what you need to do with a girl that does this. That's what they care about. Young girls are affirmed. They are told that get a job, get an education, make something out of your life.
A lot of people are gonna suffer from this AI shit. I'm not gonna lie. You know what you just said? It kind of got me to rage bait a little bit. It rage baited me, but I'm a chill. Because at the end of the day, these are the women that want our money. Once you're up there, these women want our money. I'm telling you right now. They want us to provide with that social media money at the same time.
And young boys are not affirmed. That's why they're doing whatever. So we can blame these young boys all we want and say they're not focused, they're not looking for the right things. They're not prioritizing the right things. They don't prioritize what matters in life.
What matters in life is making money and supplying and providing for your family. Kid. How you do it, it doesn't matter. How you do it, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, how you do it doesn't matter. As long as your family's good, you're good.
They're not trying to be real men. We can blame them all we want, but what kind of society are they in anyway? They're in a society that doesn't even care what they do. They're in a society that says be like a woman or starve. Do what the women do or starve. The enemy has trapped them with things like porn. Porn is not a mistake. The fact that it's all over social media, the fact that it's so easily accessible is not a mistake. And the reason why they're addicted to those websites is not because they are lustful or they really, really care about that in general. It's because there's something missing. They're trying to fill a hole. They're trying to have...
She lost me there, Chad. Comment down below what she meant.
Some form of meaning in life because they know that outside, what are they doing? Who are they? They don't even have an identity. While young girls are given identities. That you are a strong woman, you are great.
And most of that is cap. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Most of it is cap. If you seen girls' comment sections, boy, you be scrolling and be like, yes, sis. They're saying this one is beautiful. God damn. We're not gonna judge though. She's cute. You know what I'm saying? In God's eyes and everybody's eyes, she's cute.
You are beautiful.
But that's just me saying, yo, women sometimes lie, bro. I can't lie. Bro. They literally lie under each other's comments.
Beautiful. Young men don't even have an identity. They don't have affirmations. So they're glued onto their phones because they're trying to fill a void. They're trying to find some form of purpose, some form of identity. Anytime someone struggles with porn or they struggle with lust, it's because something...
I'm not gonna lie, okay, now I get it. She is cooking with that, chat. She is cooking with that. She is cooking. They're trying to fill a void. They try to fill that elastness. There's a lack of physical touch. And they try to fill that thing. So, okay, I get what she's trying to say.
Thing is missing inside of them. They're trying to fill a void. Why society can't make space for men and women at the same time? We always have to take turns. Back in the...
I think it's both. The fuck? Why does one have to be more superior than the other? We cannot compete with women. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's mean. We cannot compete with women because we're good at different things. I'm gonna tell you right now. So you can't say, hey, the man is better in this generation, the next generation, the woman will be better. How? Because you're not doing the same shit. We're not in the same race.
As men, now it's our turn, and then soon it will be men again. Why can't we be affirmed together? Why can't they make space for us together?
How?
Because we are dangerous together.
I say we are stronger together. What is she talking about?
At a time. When we are uplifting these ones, let's make sure that they are fighting. Let's make sure that there's gender wars. Because once both men and women are uplifted, then people that run this world would never succeed in anything.
You see, we are agreeing on something first time. For the first time, me and her are agreeing on something, bro. That's cool. Okay, I agree. I totally agree.
Because everyone is focused on what is going on. Why are certain things happening? Men are leading, they're going on.
She said a lot of BS. Literally, I'm 12 minutes 34 seconds in this video and it's all been BS. Till this moment. 12 minutes. It took her 12 minutes to say something that actually makes sense. And I don't mean it in no weird way. I'm just saying this is the only point that I'm agreeing with.
Saying what is wrong with society? What can we do to fix it? So they have to deal with us separately. They have to hold one up at the expense of the other. Because we are weaker when we are divided. So yes, the boy child is left behind. Because
nobody is left behind, but I'm going to tell you, if you're a boy child watching this, carry on doing social media, you will thank yourself later in the future. I'm telling you right now, you will thank yourself in the future. I'm doing the same shit, so I believe in what I'm saying right now. You will thank yourself in the future, twin.
Because there's no real place for them in society. And yes, we can tell them to adapt all we want.
But this is adaptation. If the world is turning virtual, this is adaptation. What is she talking about? What is she talking about? This is okay. Look, I'm not even gonna get into this gender shit. I can't lie. But her, there's a problem with her specifically. Her specifically, there's a problem with her. Not the gender, but her.
But it will still never cover for the fact that their core needs are not met. So yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.
It will stay an opinion, bro. No cap. Thanks for tuning in, bro. This was a crazy one. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because I genuinely think that the only valid thing she said was in the end, that men and women should work together. That's the only thing that's valid. The rest, what was she talking about? She's telling people not to run social media, right? But she's on social media. Saying men should build buildings, but there's robots building buildings. Why should we worry about building buildings? You won't build it faster than a robot. Relax. Take a seat. Sit down. You won't do it better than a robot. And relax. You gotta work with the robot. Use that robot to make that income. That's what I'm saying. So that's what we're doing also in the social media. Y'all don't know how much value social media has. I'm gonna just say that. Y'all don't know how much value social media has. Everybody spends every single day on social media. I'm just saying that as to enlighten some people who may be confused or may be lost based on what she's saying. Don't let her confuse you, twin. Lead that shit. Lead. See you guys in the next episode, bro. This is Andrew Tate, South African edition. As you can see, she's just saying shit just for the attention. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's saying things just for the attention, boy. Nothing else. She's trying to she's trying to contrast every opinion there is for the attention, so everybody can look at her. But like, what does she mean? Is that like same way I'm looking at her right now, being what does she mean? That's how she's making her bread. But yeah, anyway, see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Peace out.